Liam adjusted the collar of his suit jacket, the crisp wool a comforting, familiar weight on his shoulders. For 7 years, the rhythm of his life had been defined by Sterling Capital, the elite investment firm that occupied the top 3 floors of the prestigious Meridian Tower. He wasn't a trader or an analyst. He was the executive assistant to the CEO, Victoria Sterling, a position that demanded not just organizational brilliance, but absolute discretion and loyalty. His loyalty, he thought, was complete. He was loyal to the firm, to Victoria, and most of all, to his fiancée, Khloe, a sharp senior analyst who had just been promoted to run the firm's lucrative Asian market portfolio. They had a life planned, a wedding next spring, a down payment saved, and the quiet, comforting knowledge that they were building their success together, brick by brick. But the bricks had begun to crumble 6 months ago first. It was subtle. Khloe started using Victoria's corporate vision to dismiss Liam's suggestions. Victoria, usually ice-cold and professionally distant, began making light jokes with Khloe in the hallway, their voices dropping whenever Liam approached. The late-night work sessions, initially separate, began to coincide. Liam, ever the dutiful partner, told himself it was the pressure of the new portfolio. He convinced himself the tension he felt was his own professional anxiety. The truth, however, had the brutal clarity of a siren. Happened 2 weeks ago. Liam was in Victoria's private office, organizing the quarterly projections on the massive 4K display, when a calendar alert flashed across the screen, an internal recurring meeting, innocuously titled Q3 Strategy Session. But the location was a suite at the Sinclair Hotel, and the invitees were only Victoria and Khloe. The time: every Tuesday and Thursday, from 7 p.m. to midnight. Liam didn't need to see the photos. The cold, calculated lie was already documented in the company's internal servers. The betrayal wasn't just physical, it was a professional conspiracy carried out over his head, using the very systems he managed. Liam walked out of that office not in tears, but in a state of clinical numbness. His mind didn't process the pain, only the solution. For years, Liam had worn his modest salary and humble apartment like armor, a way to prove to himself that he didn't need the shadow of his late grandfather's immense fortune. His grandfather, Arthur Blackwood, was a real estate titan whose holdings were so vast they were largely obscured through a network of LLCs. Arthur had insisted that Liam, the sole heir, learn to live independently, but he'd also made him the controlling member of the largest holding company, Sterling Heights Properties, LLC, the firm that owned the Meridian Tower. The very building Victoria's firm leased its headquarters from. Liam had kept this